Today we're going to be taking a look at the Bandai Tamashii Nation's SH Figuarts Star Wars Attack of the Clones Mace Windu figure. So what is going on, everybody? How is everyone doing today? Daredevil19 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the SH Figuarts Mace Windu. Now this is one of my most anticipated figures for this year, so I'm very excited now that I have this figure in my grasp. But Mace Windu is one of my favorite Jedis from the Star Wars universe, so I am very happy now owning this piece. But anyway, let's get into the review and start off with the packaging for Mace Windu. So basic packaging for the SH Figuarts Star Wars line, we do get black and silver for the main colors of the box. We do get the window right there, and in gold it says Star Wars, SH Figuarts, and some other stuff in small words. It says Mace Windu on the bottom, Tamashii Nations, and Bandai. The bottom of it is the blah-blah-blah stuff that nobody cares about. The top of it says the same thing as the front, and then the side of it says the same thing as well. And then the other side of it also says the same thing. We do get an image of Mace Windu right there, and then the back of the packaging shows a bunch of different poses you can get the figure into along with some of his accessories. But anyway, that is the packaging. Let's get this figure open and take a closer look at Samuel L. Jackson. Alrighty, so taking a closer detailed look into Tamashii Nations did a fantastic job with this piece. The likeness of Samuel L. Jackson definitely is there. It looks like a miniature Mace Windu. They did do the 3D image printing like what they do with all their human Star Wars figures, so they did a very nice job with it. I mean, that looks exactly like Sam Jackson, so very nice work on that. I like the sculpted wrinkles up by the forehead right there. The eyes is the one issue I have. They're supposed to be looking straight ahead, but they are both looking off to the right. It doesn't bother me as much as it should, because I'm just happy that both of the eyes aren't looking in two different directions, but that is something to point out right there. Nice sculpt work on the nose and the lips. The skin tone color looks good, and there's nice paint shading all throughout it, like on the neck and the face and the head right there, so nice work on that. The sculpt work of the ears look good. We get a little bit of paint shading in there. Then the back of the head, a little bit of sculpt work on the back right there as well. So nice work there. And then for his Jedi attire, it is pretty much the same thing as the Padawan Obi-Wan Kenobi, just a different color. It's pretty much like a brown or a dark beige. And we do get his undershirt right there, which is a just a regular beige color. But nice sculpt work, and I really like the texture of this. It's just like the Obi-Wan Kenobi figure, so nice work on that. Nice sculpt work around the elbows right there, and up by the shoulders, even on the inside right here. And then going down on these pieces, looking pretty cool. The one thing to point out, though, is the paint shading is all over the place. It's not consistent. Like, there's none on this, but there's some down there. There's some on the front of, there's none on the arm right there, but there's some over here. It's just really weird. There's some on the shoulder there. There's a little bit of paint shading right there, but none on the back there. There's none on these pieces, but some down there. So it's just here and there on this Mace Windu. It kind of is annoying, but it is something to point out. We do get this belt piece. Very similar to the Obi-Wan's. I think it's the same one actually, but it is a separate piece. As you can see, we get a nice sculpted pouch right there. Then we get brown painted going on around there. Then we get these sculpted and painted gold buttons or something. Then we get the silver belt buckle. And then we get the peg insert for the lightsaber. Then we get these things. I have no idea what they are. If anybody knows, please comment it in the comments below, because Obi-Wan has those also. We get another pouch there, and then a wider pouch on the back. And then I like how you can see these sculpted stitches. I mean, that looks really cool. And then we do get wrinkles, like sculpted wrinkles around the darker beige part. That looks pretty cool too. And then some sculpted wrinkles around there as well. And then we get the lower pieces here, which are a softer rubbery type plastic, so it doesn't hinder any leg articulation. Nice sculpt work on them. One thing to notice, a quality control issue. When I first interchanged the hand about 2 or 3 times, when I interchanged the right hand, the peg like separated and popped off with the hand. So half of it was still on the wrist while the other half was on the hand. So that's something to point out, a little bit of quality control issue along with the eyes. So I'm noticing that with Tamashii Nations with certain Star Wars figures, and it's kind of getting annoying. I wish they would be more careful with when these figures are being made. For the pants here, I'm really digging the way they look. I love the sculpt work of them, the sculpted wrinkles. I think they look really nice. We get a little bit of paint shading around the knees and the back of them. Really nothing much. And it is just a like a beige color, so pretty cool looking. And then we get to his boots here. And I really like how you can see the sculpted wrinkles, these sculpted stitches right there. And we do get wrinkles all sculpted throughout it as well. But I like how you could see just tiny stitching like that. Something like that on a figure, it just looks awesome. Such tiny detail on a 5-inch, 6-inch scale figure. You see it on the back as well. And I like the sculpted wrinkles around the ankles. That looks cool. And the boots are a dark brown color. There's the feet part of them. Looking pretty cool. I mean, overall, they did a very nice job with this Mace Windu. A couple of quality control issues here and there, but other than that, the paint and sculpt, just very well done on this piece, and I am very happy with it so far. But anyway, let's continue on. Now, moving on to the accessories, we don't get a whole bunch of stuff included with this figure. Yeah, we get some interchangeable hands, interchangeable head, and then we do get the lightsaber and lightsaber hilts. So we'll take a look at those first. We do get just the hilt right here. Let's focus the camera. I mean, they did a nice job with it. Sculpt looks pretty good, and the paint seems to be pretty clean for the most part. And then we do get the peg right there. And it does insert onto his belt right here, and then you peg it in like so, and then there you go, you got Mace Windu holstering his badass lightsaber. And then we do get the lightsaber with the blade out. The hilt is the same, just no peg on it, as you can see. Sculpt and paint look pretty good. Really do like the translucent purple plastic they used. The color of it looks pretty good. It's not too dark, not too light. Maybe it could have been a little bit darker. It does look pretty cool though. And he does hold it fine. You can unpeg the lightsaber blade because you have to slide these in his hands. Like so, like that. And then there you go, you have Mace Windu holding his lightsaber. So simple as that. Those are the hilts and lightsaber that come with Mace Windu. And then we also get 6 interchangeable hands. We do get a pair of fists. Let's focus the camera again here. Very nice sculpt work on it. We do get a little bit of paint shading on the knuckles, so pretty cool looking. So we do get a pair of fists, and then we get a pair of open hands or force push hands. We do get some paint shading around the knuckles again. And these are the same exact hands. All 6 of them are the same ones as Obi-Wan's, just painted differently. So we do get a pair of those, and then we get a pair of gripping hands. And I don't like when the thumb is molded together with the rest of the fingers, but it is exactly like the Obi-Wan's. But he does hold his lightsaber fine, and we do get some paint shading on the knuckles, nice paint sculpt on it. So those are the interchangeable hands, and then the last thing we get is 2 interchangeable heads, and they are so similar, it's really hard to tell the difference between them. This is the normal basic one that comes on the figure that we already looked at. Then we get this one right here where he looks a little more serious, I guess more angry. I do prefer this one over that one because he does have a more serious, badass Samuel L. Jackson look on his face. But the eyes seem to be painted a little bit better on this one. They're looking straight ahead. Nice paint shading on the face right there. Nice sculpt work around the nose and the eyes and the mouth and everything. So very nice work on that. And the way you interchange it, you just pop the head off like so, and then pop the new one on, and it is as simple as that. But anyway, those are all the accessories included with Mace Windu. Wish we got a little bit more, but what can you do? But anyway, let's continue on with the review. So now for the height of Mace Windu, he stands a little bit over 6 inches tall. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Darth Maul figure and the SH Figuarts Padawan Obi-Wan Kenobi figure. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Captain Phasma figure and the SH Figuarts Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker figure. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Super Saiyan Broly figure and the SH Figuarts Bruce Lee figure. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Awakening Warrior Super Saiyan Goku figure and the SH Figuarts Premium Color Super Saiyan Vegeta figure. Anyway, there's some quick comparisons. Well, let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. Now for the articulation, we get 1 point at the upper neck and 1 at the lower neck, so the upper neck joint, his head can look up a decent amount, but he cannot look down at all, so that's a little bit disappointing. We do get very nice pivot there, and it does swivel. The lower neck joint goes forward and back, does pivot a little bit, and it swivels, but with both joints, he still can't really look down too much. So that is a little disappointing, but it's not too bad because he can look down a little bit. We do get a waist joint here that goes forward and back a little, pivots a little bit, and it swivels, so okay movement at the waist. Now for the shoulders here, we get a very nice armpit joint with some great circular motion right there. And then the shoulders go out to the sides about 90 degrees, and then they do go up and down. We do have a bicep swivel, but the joint is pretty darn tight. And then we get a single bend at the elbow that bends in a little more than 90 degrees, so that is good. And you can move the joint around in there, so I like how they added that point of articulation in that elbow joint. I thought that was pretty cool. The wrists swivel and they're on a hinge, so that is good too. Now for the legs, we do get a little bit of shifting, so we can kick forward a little more than 90 degrees, so that is good. Oops, joint got a little messed up there. And it goes to the back just a little bit, and then kicks out to the side. It can go 90 degrees, but it is getting hindered by this piece. And then we do get swivel up there. And we get a single bend at the knee that bends back a little more than 90 degrees, so that is good. For the ankles, they do swivel. They hinge up a good amount, and then they hinge down an okay amount. And then for the pivot, it isn't the best, but at least it's there. And then we do get toe articulation, and you can break his toes. But overall, we do get some decent movement with this Mace Windu. Some points of articulation aren't as good as others, but I am pretty satisfied with it. But overall, I do highly recommend this Mace Windu, especially if you're a big Star Wars fan, you like collecting Star Wars action figures, if you love the SH Figuarts line, or if you think Samuel L. Jackson is a badass mother beeper. Then yeah, you're definitely going to want to add this to your collection. Yeah, it has a few quality control issues, but overall, it's an amazing piece, so I do highly recommend this 100%. A few problems I have with the figure, as I was just saying, there is some quality control issues, only a couple of them. One is the eyes. On the head that comes on the figure out of the packaging, the eyes are both looking off to the right when they should be looking straight ahead. And if you know how I am, then you know I can't stand when a figure's eyes are both looking in two different directions. This one doesn't bother me as much because at least they're both looking off to the right. So that's one issue right there. Another one is the right wrist peg. It seems to disconnect every time I interchange the hand, and then half of it stays in the hand while the other half stays in the wrist. So that is another quality control issue because it shouldn't be disconnecting like that. Another complaint I have is I wish they included another interchangeable head, because the two that we get, you can barely tell the difference between the two. Just one looks slightly meaner compared to the other one. I wish they included like a angry teeth gritted head sculpt with this Mace Windu. And my last complaint is with certain points of articulation, like around both the neck joints, the waist, and the ankles. I feel like we're not getting the full amount of articulation with those joints. But I mean, overall, we do get some nice movement with this Mace Windu. I just feel like we could get more with certain points of articulation. But besides those minor flaws, Tamashii Nations really did an incredible job with this piece. They executed the detail extremely well. They captured the likeness of Samuel L. Jackson perfectly with this figure. It looks like they took him right out of the movie. And I'm extremely happy that we finally got a Mace Windu figure and we could add one into our Star Wars collection, because he is one of the best Jedis from the Star Wars universe. And if you would like to get this Mace Windu for your collection, he does retail for about $45-$55 depending on where you purchase him. I had mine imported from Japan, but he sold out everywhere. I know my buddy from AgelessGeeks.com will be getting these in stock, so you can check on his website, or you can check with the Ageless Geeks Facebook group. But anyway, that is my review of the SH Figuarts Mace Windu. Hope you enjoyed my review. If you want to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, and favorite the video too. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, just give it a thumbs up anyway, because action figures are awesome. But thanks for watching. I will see you later. Today we're going to be taking a look at the SH Figuarts. How is everyone doing today? So basic Star Wars packaging, we get blue and blue. What the heck? That's black. And then the other side of it, we do get an image of waist. What the hell? It says the same thing as the front, and then the side of it does say because the Obi-Wan Kenobi has that on his belt as well. We do get another pouch. Damn it. Shit face. Fucker. Alrighty, so taking a close.